having Canada as a partner country. We see a lot of relevance in the industry. But I don't think there's a better time than for Canada to play a leadership role around the world in various industries, and this being one of them, than today. And for us to be here as partner country, but also with a delegation of nearly 100 strong, provides an opportunity for us to really take the themes, take the discussions that you'll have over the next couple of days, and really see how they can lead to tangible success that builds on the momentum that's already created. Canada has a long-standing history with FICCI and with FICCI Frames, and for this reason, we couldn't think of a better partner or a better organization to showcase some of Canada's messaging. And so when we think a little bit about why Canada would be a partner country for FICCI Frames, we ask ourselves, what is it that we want to do? What is it that we want to see happen? And part of that, of course, is industry-to-industry collaboration. It's to ensure that there's opportunities for Canadian companies, Canadian professionals, many of whom are here today from Canada, to work with Indian industry professionals. But a very significant part of our intention or objective is to tell a story, is to really talk a little bit about what Canada is doing with respect to film and television, what Canada is doing with respect to Canada-India, what Canada is doing today in the context of the overall bilateral relationship. And I'm not so sure we're telling the story loudly and proudly enough. So let me just share with you a couple of bits. First of all, the Canada-India relationship is strong. I would argue is at its strongest point and is booming. It's getting much, much stronger by the day, thanks to the work that everyone here and so many others in Canada and India are doing. Over the last 2 years or so, two-way trade is up 30%. Investment is up both ways dramatically. From Canada to India, we've seen almost $15 billion of new investment into India across a spectrum of industries. The people-to-people linkages continue to grow at a rapid pace. When we see visitors to Canada, we saw a 40% increase year over year last year. Students from India to Canada went up 70%. This year, all of those metrics not only are continuing to exceed, but they're quite dramatically different. On those that are visiting and studying, we're almost double where we were this year, last year this time already. And we see more momentum on that relationship continuing. We see tourism up double digits. We see new flights non-stop between Canada and India, and this is where I make a plug. Not only Toronto, Delhi, Vancouver, Delhi, but Toronto, Mumbai will be starting in July by Air Canada non-stop, which will help this industry as well. And there's a lot more happening on that relationship. And it's time for us to tell that story. For those that know Canada or have been to Canada or are working with Canada, we want to support you. We want to see your success grow even stronger. But for those that haven't been to Canada, for those that don't know Canada, it's our job to really bring the Canada story to you in a much more ambitious and aggressive manner. And that's what an opportunity like FICCI Frames provides us. It allows us to showcase a little bit about what we're doing. So if you take this industry in particular, Canada is at the forefront around the world of its capacity, its ecosystem of talent in the film and television industry, whether it's production, whether it's engineering, the full range of services. The ecosystem is long-standing. It was developed partly as a significant linkage to Hollywood and continues to grow at a rapid pace. If you look at the industry in terms of film and television, last year alone it was approximately $7 billion worth of economic output. About 150,000 jobs in Canada are related to this industry. If you look at foreign language services productions, went up 27% last year alone. And if I look at all these metrics, they continue to move in the right direction. We have a lot of linkages already with India in terms of an audiovisual co-production agreement, which President Patel talked about. We have the Toronto International Film Festival, which is world-leading and one of the most attended in the world and has strong links here in India as well. And those are just a few examples, and we'll hear a little bit more about those shortly and over the course of the next 3 days. But don't take it from me. Yes, it's my job as High Commissioner and as a diplomat to showcase the virtues of what Canada and India can do together. But more importantly, Take it from the industry. Take it from those that are already based in India and that are doing things in Canada or with Canadian companies. Or take it, more importantly, from the nearly 100 strong delegates that we have from Canada that are going to be here over the next couple of days. Take it from the Canada Pavilion. Please visit that. Take it from the different seminars and sessions over the next couple of days where the industry practitioners can talk about the wonderful opportunities for growth. And that leads me to my concluding and most important part of my remarks, and that's to talk a little bit about our next speaker, who represents